Hello fellow engineers and welcome to Money Factory. Now in this game, money falls from the sky and when we collect it down here, we get its value. Lovely. Then once we've collected a load of cash, we can spend these on upgrades like getting a bumper. So you can see up here we have a +1. So if we shove that there, this acts like a pinball machine and it adds +1 to the value of all these. So they're now worth 2.
Quick maths.
We can then buy another upgrade and then we can add that on top. So when our quid hits it, it adds 2 onto it. It's now worth 3. So let's add another bumper. Oh, this one is a 10% increase. So what we can do, we can either add that over there like that. So it bounces over, gets the 10% increase. However, surely at some point it's going to make more sense to have your multiplier one in the middle because that's the one we're always going to be hitting. I mean, for now, 10% increase isn't that good without the +2. Unless we take this upgrade down here, increasing the base income. So that means rather than 1s falling from the sky, 2s fall from the sky. So I think when we get that base income up to 20, say, then it's probably worth swapping these. I think for now, though, we'll just leave it how it is. And then we'll add another bumper over to the right, just so we've got them. I mean, there's another bumper here as well, so we can keep adding onto those. Can we only go to +2? Oh, okay. So when we get +2, we can then combine them to make a +3. Okay, you can't just add a 1 to a 2. So I think to get a +4, I need to stack 2 2s on top. Anyway, here is another 10% increase. If I shove that over there, that gets the 1.2. Then if I just add a load of bumpers, yeah, look, I've got to stack these to make a +2. And then I got to stack those to make a +3. And then I can shove that on there to make a +4. Got it. We got 250 quid. I can unlock another slot down there so I could add another bumper like lower down. I mean, that could be quite good, that. Let's have a look. Let's get a few more bumpers. Okay, so let's unlock that and then add a multiplier down there. We should probably add that over that side just so there's more like combinations. But yeah, look at this one. Look at this one. It's a $26. I got so excited I didn't even call it quid. That's how you know how excited I am. All right, I think let's increase the base income a few times. So now we got 6 quids coming down. Oh yeah, that is getting some increases. That is lovely. I wouldn't mind a few more. Oh, there we go. I was going to say I wouldn't mind a few more multiplier bumpers. Oh my goodness, we just got 3 in a row. Okay, so if we add that there, I mean, surely having... Oh, is it better to have like 2 20% rather than 1 30%? I think it really is, isn't it? So if I stack those, I could then turn that into a 30%. I mean, I think that's the one that gets hit the most. So let's do that one. Yeah, it seems these always seem to like bounce between like these top 2 before falling down. I'm just trying to work out what would be the most mathematically sensible way of doing this to get the most value out. Because adding +4 onto 6 quid, that turns it into a 10. So when it hits this, it adds 3 onto it. Whereas if that was the other way around, rather than making 13, it only makes 12 quid. So yeah, I think having it that way around is the best. By the way, I keep seeing floating YouTube buttons. After watching a short promotional video, you will receive a bonus 527 quid. Yes, this video is in paid partnership with BetterHelp. BetterHelp have been a long partner of the channel. That's because I appreciate how easy they make it to start therapy. As I've told you before, in my 10 years working as an engineer, I was often stressed out. When I'd finally get to the weekend, I couldn't even enjoy it. I'd be out of energy, already dreading the fact that I only had 2 days off before I had to start the cycle all over again. Talking to a credentialed therapist really could have helped me out, but I never did because it wasn't easy to do, and I wouldn't feel comfortable having that face-to-face conversation with someone I didn't know too well. I also didn't want to burden my friends and family with my struggles, so I just didn't do anything and let how I felt eat away at me for far too long. BetterHelp would have solved this problem for me because they allow you to connect to a therapist via phone and text or video call if you want. I appreciate that they make sure the therapists on the platform are well credentialed, and one of the best features of BetterHelp is that if the first therapist doesn't feel like the right fit, you can easily switch to another one until you find someone that you really connect with. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.5 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform you can trust. If you're struggling and think you'd benefit from a therapy session, click the link in my description or go to betterhelp.com/realcivilengineer and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Okay, so now we've got over $1,000. So how are we gonna invest this? Is it worth getting another bumper down there, or shall I might just get loads of bumpers and then combine them like as high as I can? So we can add all those together, make another +4 there. I could then turn that into a +5 and then surround it with multipliers, or do I just keep adding multipliers? Make that a 1.3. Let's add a few more bumpers. Turn a 1.3 1.3 into a 1.4. We're going to have to swap these at some point. So rather than do the maths, let's just see like what happens. So 6 comes down. So 6 comes down. It hits that. It's moving too fast. 6 turns into a 14. Okay, so if we swap those two, 6, still a 12. Still a 12. If we increase the base income, though, then it probably will be worth swapping those. So let's do that as much as we can. So we now get 9 quid falling. That turns into 18 when it's that way around. When it's this way around, 9 quid turns into 17. Yes. And if we increase our base income even more, that's going to be even more valuable. I don't even know if these, like, adders are going to be worthwhile after a while. I mean, I guess they will. Let's start combining them. Add a few more like that. We are running out of money though, I'll tell you that. Right, stack all those, stack all those. We got another +4, so we can make one of these +5. We could also get an extra grand. Okay, so now I think it's very much worth unlocking that, shoving a +4 down there. Oh, look at that one. It was worth 210 quid. I do just wonder if I were to do that, so we keep getting like multiples like of itself, will that be better than having pluses up here? So boost, 20, 20, 30, 75. Yeah, look, that is the way to do it. Ideally, I want more multiples up here. I think, though, it's better just to, like, spend on base income. I mean, there's also speed, actually. Increase the speed that these come out. 250 quid for a 5% increase. I mean, 5% isn't that much. When you think about, like, this adds 10%. So I may as well just add, like, more bumpers. Right, we're level 50 on the bumpers now. That is a lot of upgrades. Let's start stacking these. I think what I might do, let's bring that down there, and then we'll start stacking these like that. So we got 20% over there as well. No, 30% over there. So yeah, some of these are going quite gold now. Let's get a few more bumpers so we can just up all of these a little bit. So we can turn that into a +4 and that +4 into a 5. And then look how many multipliers we have. We can combine those to get that onto a 40% increase. Now, what's this button down here? Does that add another slot? Oh, add another slot down the bottom. Oh, decent. Does anything ever come down that bottom? Oh yeah, it does. It does. Fair play. Okay, we should add a 20% increase just at the very end. Nice. Okay, we've got 1.5 grand. I might get a bit of a speed increase. So I've done it 10%. So these should fall out 10% faster, I think, is what happens. Oh no, why am I gonna press this? Yes. Right, okay, we have some stonks now. I'm still trying to do like the maths in my head though. Is it better to add? I mean, maybe if I upgrade my base income to like a round number, I can do the maths a bit simpler. It's okay to invest all my money into this, just so it makes maths easier, right? But yeah, base income is now 20 quid. So that gets a 40% increase all the time. 40% of 20 is 8, right?
Quick maths.
So yeah, it's definitely worth having that hit first rather than the +5s down here. Like the +5s are pretty, what are they equivalent to? I mean, they're better than a 20% increase, but they're not better than anything else. I'm just wondering when it would be worth like adding these together. I mean, it's not. It's worth having like 40% the whole way along. So let's just get a load more bumpers. Oh man, they're expensive now. 500 quid for one bumper. Pricey. Anyway, we'll start combining these. So we could make that bottom one 30%. And then we're just stuck in this situation where we can't afford to upgrade anything unless we start like mingling these. By the way, we've now unlocked the ability to get to the next level. We need 250 grand and you get like all sorts of new stuff, which sounds interesting. I think to get to 250 grand though, we're gonna need a lot more stuff, particularly a ×2 bonus. And that means I've got to watch another ad. We're on double bonus, so probably worth trying to merge some of the... Oh my goodness, what is that? Does that get a double bonus? I need to watch another ad. Right, 2 minutes 45 remaining of my ad bonus. I just watched a 30-second ad. Yes, I didn't lose the bonus. I didn't lose the bonus. Right, I'm gonna, I think, unlock that slot down there, add a 20% down. I think we probably want the percentages down the bottom as well, because that's like once they've added everything. So that's going to give you the most potential, but I still think I need the most money up the top. Oh, look, the income, that adds 2 on now. Ooh, that's tempting. I don't know what to do. I could make it just go faster. I could add loads of bumpers. Faster again, more base income. Okay, so now 44s are coming out the top. Oh, they're going gold before they even get to the bottom. That was 700 quid from one. Okay, right. Well, let's combine these. We'll do that to you. So we got 2 30% down there. That does mean I could combine them into a 40%, shove that there, and then I could make the 40% 50%. So rather than getting 62 after the first hit, we get 66 quid. So that's pretty good. I could then add another adder down there. I mean, I'd rather that be a multiplier, to be honest. So let's try and get a few more bumps. Oh, they're all adder ones. Right, there's a multiplier one. We only got one multiplier. Great. But if I try and get a 5. Combining those, combining those, combining those. Oh, no. Plus 5 is a way off. I mean, I could do that, and then move that down there. I think it's very much worth having multipliers on that bottom row, though. That definitely seems to be helping. I mean, I can afford, like, loads of upgrades all the time. I mean, we are on double. I keep forgetting we're on double time. So, yeah, I've upgraded those. What I might do, let's see if we can get one more multiplier. Yeah, there it is. So if we combine those into a 1.3, we can make that middle one 1.4. Oh, yes, look, 1,500 quid. Although the ×2 bonus is now over, so we're back to, like, rookie numbers, basically. But watching an ad is worth 18. How much? I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. Oh, weird. I got 25 grand on me. Let's stack up these bumpers. So we've got a +4 there. We can then make that +4, +5. Really, though, I just want multipliers. I mean, all the base income is... That only goes up by... Oh, it's because it was doubled. Oh, I see. When you have the ×2 bonus active, it actually doubles everything on screen, so you don't need to think about how much it goes up by. Okay. I was confused why it was suddenly going up by 2. Makes sense now. Anyway, we'll increase base income to 25. Nice round number. Then a load of bumpers. Oh, yes. A load of multipliers. That is what we like to see. So if we stack those and those and those, that turns that into a 40%. And then we've got some big percentages on the go. However, we could make them bigger. This is just an ad watching simulator at this point. Right, okay, we've got 3 minutes worth of double income. So our base income is now 50 coming down. That is banging. Look, these are worth some serious coin. Everything's really expensive, though. I guess just keep adding bumpers. But yeah, I can hardly afford any. It is not cheap at all. Would it be worth just increasing base income and speed? Let's get a bit more speed on the go. So these should drop a little bit faster. But yeah, I feel like we've got so much. These +5 and 6 stuff, they're not really worth having, are they? I mean, let's add a few more bumpers. Maybe I can get rid of them or like combine them at least. But no, I don't know. They're not worth having. They are not worth having at all. That is worth having. Oh, another one. I think the worst part about that is the adverts are always 30 seconds long. Can't skip them. And it's always the exact same ad. And I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to like give them some extra advertisement by saying what it was. But all I'm going to say, I'm never going to buy Lego Minecraft in my life. Right, okay, let's make that a 30%. I might get rid of that 6. I mean, do I get anything if I sell these? Put a +1 in there. Oh, I get bumpers back. So if I sell a +5, I only got 1 bumper back. I mean, still, I think it's worth selling all these addy ones. We just want multipliers. Yeah, shove that down. That's now 20%. Now, yes, we got percentages for life. So as these bounce, these could get very, very high. Yeah, look at down there. It was going red. I'm guessing, like, the redder it goes, the more it's worth. But yeah, that one is bouncing. Yes, 1.6 thousand. Unfortunately, our ×2 bonus has finished. I don't know whether it's worth getting that one. I don't know whether it's worth getting anything. I'll just wait for the next level. I mean, we may as well get there 2 times faster. But yeah, look at that one. Oh, 3,000. That was worth. There's some really good ones coming down. I don't think that bottom right slot is worth 50 grand if I mean, it might be. At the moment, I can only add 10% increase unless I invest in bumpers. I mean, I can sell that adder one to make them slightly cheaper. Okay, I just bought a load. I couldn't help myself. Oh, I also can't help myself. What's going on? But yes, thanks to that ad, we can now go on to the next level. I think I want to see what it's like. So here we are. Oh, we got a different layout. Ooh, and we start with 4 quid. I think that's because we're on double. It should start with like 1 quid. But right, let's get the bumpers in. Buy all the bumpers. And I think we know early on you want to start with just the pluses. We may as well add 10% bonus, but it's like, it's not a lot it's adding. Base income, that doubled to 8 quid. Okay, that's actually quite good. Oh, what is that? +1 times 5%. Ooh, that could be worthwhile early on. Let's try and work out what's this doing. So 8 goes to 10 quid. If we were to swap that, that would be 8 to 9 quid. Yeah, so it's not quite worth it yet. It's better than these multipliers though, at least for now. I do think early on though, it's best just to like stack these up and don't really use them. Just try and get as many like adders as you can. So like that's probably the best thing to do this early on in the game. I need to unlock the middle bumper, don't I? I need to. Oh, I'm so sick of watching the same ad over and over and over. Anyway, I added the green boy there. I think I can stack that to get +2, then +10%. Oh, so I probably want to swap those, actually. 60 quid to increase base income from 4 to 6, then 6 to 8, then 8 to 10. Right, so we got 10s coming down. I might unlock that down there and get our multiplier in. So we got 30% multiplier should we hit down there. Let's just stack these up. I think for now, still worth going for, like, the adders, because we're only at 10 quid. I mean, these greens are way better. I mean, if I had that, is that +3? +3, then 15%? I mean, probably better off to do that sort of thing. So we get 2 of those, and then we could make those +3s. I mean, maybe having a +4 and a +2 down there would be good. At some point, it's going to be worth swapping these, I think, to have the multiplier after the adding. I mean, it might be now, actually, because what we get, yeah, we're getting 13 out of that. Whereas if we had the +4, we get 14. Yeah, I think that's better. That is a better way of doing this. Let's just stack what we've got. We can make that a 40% multiplier, so that's pretty good. Let's get a load more bumpers. Oh, loads of green, boys. Yes. So we can make that, yeah, +3 and then +15% as well. Get that up a little bit, because at some point the base income will mean it's not worth adding these pluses. So that's getting us 24. If we swap those, that gets us 26. So yeah, we're already at the point where these adders aren't really worthwhile. I'm going to sell them straight away. Get some multipliers in. Get those all up to 20%. We'll add a few more bumpers. We will sell the adder ones. And then these ones, we can just make these a higher percentage. Yeah, now we're cooking on gas. Now we are cooking on gas. Look at all these greens as well. So stack all those up like that. Can I get one more green? No, I didn't. But now we can stack this green into that. So that's a +4, then 20%. Same with that one. So that goes to 29. If it was just a 40% increase, it only goes to 28. So for now, greens are still worth keeping up high. I might swap those two though, just because I think this one gets hit more than the left one. Then yeah, unlock the bottom one for £1,000. Add a cheeky 20% increase down there. But oh, I've just noticed down the bottom, what are these? We've got like different sections. 1.5 times. If it goes down the middle, we get 2 times. Oh, that's good. That's why I'm getting so much money. And I haven't been tempted to watch another ad yet. I haven't watched an ad in at least a minute of gameplay now. Right, looking at the bumper cost, I think it's definitely worth increasing base income, particularly as we're doing all this multiplying now. The trouble is, the higher we go with the base income, the less likely these greens are going to be worthwhile. So when the 36 hits that, it turns into a 48. Whereas if we had our 40% multiplier, it turns into a 50. Yeah, so we're already at the point where these greens aren't really worthwhile. I mean, I can slide that over there and then shove 30% up there, 10% in there, because that +5 and then 25%. I mean, it's better than like the well, these two. I don't think it's better than the 30% ones, the 1.3s. But let's add a load more bumpers now. Get rid of those so they're cheaper. All right, so let's start stacking these up. So we've got 2 40% up high. Down there, we've got some lower ones. I am wondering whether the greens are worth keeping because they only go up by 0.5%. I don't think they are, you know. My mathematical instinct is telling me sell these, just get the purples. Is that the right thing to do, though? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because it makes the bumpers cheaper as well. Maybe I do need to keep the greens. Oh, there you go. Oh, there we go. 4 purples in a row. Oh, that's what we're talking about. That is good. That is good stuff. Then we can combine these to get like some higher percentages. And then like that top middle one, that's now 50% increase. Yeah, maybe worth getting another slot down there, to be fair. So a cheeky little 30%er at the end. Might even direct some into these multipliers because it blocks like that hole where there's no multiplier. So I can make 2 of these 40%, which really, it does add up. I think it adds up. Yeah, that green's going to have to go soon. It's going to have to go very soon. In fact, so soon, I think it's gone now. Because look what I can get up here. I can get a cheeky 40%er over there. I can then combine all of those so they're 30%. And then everything is a 40% increase minimum, which means increasing base income, very, very useful. So we'll do that a few times. Now, base income is 50 coming out of here, so that goes straight up to 75 straight away. And yeah, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Or should I make this middle one better? Because everyone hits this middle one. Like the other ones are just like a lower chance. I mean, surely making these two 50% is like better than making one 60%. So yeah, we'll do that. Then with our next full set, we'll combine all of them together, then all of those together so that they become 1.4. So that becomes 1.5. And then the middle one is a 1.6. Oh, it's quite a long way to get 1.6. So if I want to upgrade that to 1.7, I'm going to have to like, yeah, maybe it isn't worth doing that. Maybe it is worth upgrading everything equally. I'm not sure. I think a cheeky ad though, because ×2 bonus never hurt anyone, but maybe watching the same 30-second advert 100 times in a row is.
Wine, wine, wine.
All right, so because we got doubles, we got 100 quid falling from the ceiling. We could unlock this final slot. I could watch another ad. What's it worth? 81 grand. Now I'm not going to do it. Right, we're up to 200 grand. We need so much more money. I think let's unlock that. Get 10% in there. Increase base income since we have a load of cash. Increase speed as well. Right, then they're both quite pricey upgrades. So I think for now, we'll just go with bumpers and make that 20% increase. Yeah, look at the money now. We're getting like 10 grand per. So make that a 30% increase. Look at this, 13 grand. Oh my goodness, that was like 50 grand. It went into the ×2. Look how fast my money's going up. Man, if you get that ×2 and you get a few like lucky bounces, this is insane. Right, I've made that a 40% now. We're all good on everything. Base income, 25 grand. Not worth it, is it? Better off just getting more bumpers, I think. Oh no, look, that 1700 quid is stuck there. I need like another one to land on its head. I was hoping it would just be like pressing against the 50% increase, but it's not. Anyway, let's stack these together. So we could increase a 40% up to 50%. Oh, 300 grand for another ad. I can't keep doing this. Oh my god, if I watch that advert one more time, I'm gonna poke my eyeballs out, I swear. Anyway, the good news is we're nearly up to £1,000,000 quid, and there's like new types of chips, new arrangements of cells, new power-ups. All right, anyway, we've very quickly got to £1,000,000 quid. I literally didn't even skip time, but we can afford to go to the next level. Oh, look at this. Multipliers moving. All right, so these are worth 4 quid every time. We can spend 50 quid to double that to 8 quid. Should probably add a bumper. I mean, +1 doesn't do a lot. I mean, we're sort of at the point where we don't want those at all, do we? If we just keep selling those and just try and get some... Yeah, there you go, 10% increase. If we increase that base income, that's already better than the adding ones. Nice, particularly if I make it a 20%. I mean, I could then make it a 30% as well. Nice, I'll add a green boy for now. I don't think it's really worth it. But yeah, to be honest, even now I've got 20% over there. It's not worth it. It's all about the percentages. Is there another chip? I was hoping there might be another chip this round because I spent a long time getting it. I'm going to unlock that slot, add a 20% there as well, because I guess if it passes through these multipliers like several times, like, yeah, get stuck between there, that's going to add a lot, isn't it? Right, okay, we're full up of slots. I need to actually unlock that slot down there, and I need to watch an advert for that slot also. All right, then we have slots for days, so let's add 30% increases everywhere. Then should really increase the base income because that is going to give us absolute stonks. We'll then add a few more bumpers, and then we just got to get that middle increase up as fast as possible. Yeah, 40% increase. This is the way to do this. Increase your income. I mean, of course, as well as watching ads. Always got to watch ads. But look at that one. That was 100 grand. We got 100 grand this early on. I mean, we need 50 million to level up. But yeah, we now have a slot down there, so we can make that a 30%er as well. Then we got a full set of purples. So let's upgrade everything that we can. So 30%. They're both going to 40%. I mean, I think get everything up to 40% is probably the most sensible thing to do. So I'll make that one 40%, particularly because there's these multipliers in between. Just look at... The multipliers really, like, they're making this silly level of income. So let's increase our base income as much as possible. Probably increase the speed a bit as well. And then we just focus on doing what we're doing with the bumpers. The bumpers are so cheap still as well because I keep selling them. So as long as you sell the ones you don't want, they never cost that much money. And like, I've got 100 grand to spend. I haven't even watched a 2x advert yet. And because these are so cheap, I can keep like just clicking on base income upgrades and it doesn't affect my ability to buy bumpers. Nice. Let's level up everything again. So we want everything to be 40%. So that is everything at 40%. There's a lot of red numbers falling now. Right, we've then got a full set. So let's combine all of those and see what we can upgrade. I mean, I guess we just do the top one to 1.5 times. Nice little 50%er. Get the base income up a bit. I won't lie though, 50 million seems a long way off. A long way off considering like this is prime layout. Like you can't really get that much better. I'm going to be here all day just combining these purples. Still, if that's what we gotta do, that's what we gotta do. All right, after loads of combining, I can finally afford to upgrade another one to 60%. I'm thinking these middle ones are maybe better just because they're closer to the multiplier. So it probably makes sense for these two to be 60% to get that multiplier. Makes no sense not to have a ×2 bonus. Unfortunately, that was another 30-second advert. All right, we can upgrade that by 10%. Really gonna make a difference. I mean, it might, because we got the 1.5 times multipliers. So that is probably the best thing to do, as I said before. It just everything takes so long to get anywhere these days. I mean, 3 million for watching an ad. All right, I've got 2 50% here. Shall I just increase that one to 70% because we always hit it? Could be worthwhile, probably not. Don't know. My brain has melted so much, I don't think I can math anymore. All I can do is keep watching ads. And I can't stress enough, it's the same 30-second ad over and over and over. Are we sure I'm getting ×2? Like, this doesn't seem to be going up very much. I mean, oh, it's because bumpers cost so much now. Are these, like, not worth it anymore? 150 grand. They might not be worth it. I don't feel like anything's worth it right now. What am I doing with myself? That is worth it, though. That's gotta be worth it. Right, I think this might be my last upgrade. So we make that one 60%. Maybe a bottom one. The bottom ones don't seem to get hit, though. No, I think that one. I think that one. Do I just sit here and wait? Or do I increase base income or speed? I just can't see how a base income of, like, what is that? Like a percentage increase or 2% increase is worth 300 grand. Right, I did end up increasing my base income. It now costs 4 million to upgrade. So I'm not going to be doing that anymore. We are pretty much there. We're just waiting for the final bits of money to fall. And then, yes, we can level up 50 million. Okay, what have we got here? What have we got here? What? There's like bouncers on the side. Oh, this is the final level. There's no more upgrading. Okay, so with the bumpers, +1 on 16 is not going to do anything, is it? So yeah, let's add 20% there. Let's increase the base income. I mean, these double every time. Okay, that's quite good. That's actually quite good. Yeah, we've got the green boys back. So 10% and a +2. I was promised a new chip, though. I'm not seeing a new chip at the moment. Hey, come on, game. Where is this new chip? Don't say I did all this for nothing. Okay, I don't think there's a new chip. I think we got scammed. We got scammed. Scammed out of several hours of our life. I tell you what, though, money has gone up very quick. The thing is, there's pretty much no point anymore because there's nothing to aim for. I mean, we can get that base income pretty high. Let's get the speed up as well. But yeah, I guess that that is the game. I mean, I won't lie, it's a free game and it was quite fun. But my goodness, change the ads up. I literally had, apart from one ad, every ad I watched, which was probably about 300, were the same ad. But yeah, hopefully it made good content. So I hope you enjoyed. Push like button if it did. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace, love. And he's a pinball wizard that's watched loads of ads. But when I say loads of ads, I mean the same ad loads of times.